Good morning. Good morning from Coos Bay, Oregon. We're out here having a great time with our great granddaughter, daughter, and granddaughter. We're having some fun. But it's time for our Friday devotional. Dan did a great job. These last few devotionals, I've been kind of talking about, classic sayings. And Dan did a great job last Sunday on love and how our words matter. And it reminded me of another classic saying. It's called the Thumper Rule. Maybe you remember the movie Bambi. You know, we've talked about that classic rule, the golden rule. If you can't say anything, do unto others, you have to do unto you. We said last week, you reap what you sow. Today's the Thumper Rule. And maybe you remember Thumper talking to one time to Bambi, and he said I had to tell his fathers what his father taught him. If you haven't anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Dan kind of talked about it. That kind of goes with what the Bible says. The Bible encourages us to, therefore, encourage one another and build each other up, just as in fact you're doing. That's what Paul told the church in Thessalonica. But what about the times when there's something hard to say? What about the times when you have to say something that is not always pleasant? How do you make that decision? The Bible also says this: let your speech always be gracious, seasoned with salt, so that you may know how you ought to answer each other. Seasoned with salt. How do we make that decision when we have something hard to say, something difficult to say? How do we choose? I had two thoughts here. Maybe we need to think about why, the motive. What's behind me? Is it I got to get something off my chest? I got to set somebody straight? Is it I just got to make this point? Are we motivated by the right reason? Those might not be the best reasons to say something. But also, what about my attitude? Is my attitude in the right way? Our tone of voice, our body language, what's behind the words that I speak? And so, sometimes we're going to have to say the hard things. Sometimes we're going to have to talk those out. But most of the time, I think Thumper Rule is a pretty good rule for us to live by. If you haven't anything nice to say, don't say it at all. But when you got to make those hard things, think about what's your motive. Why are you doing it? Think about your attitude and the way you're doing it. And remember what God also says, speak the truth in love. That's our challenge. I just want to say God bless you. Have a great weekend. Dan's got the message again this Sunday. I'm excited for him. 2 weeks in a row with Dan. I think this is a good challenge for him. We're going to have fun as we worship together. So enjoy yourselves. I'll see you soon. God bless you. I do love you, and we're here for you. God bless you.